What's up, graphic designers? In today's class, we're going to learn how to use the bevel emboss layer style, along with introducing lens flares. We're going to apply that to Ian's poster as well as to Julian's mixtape cover. Before we do that, though, let's take a look at your submissions. Here we've got period 8. Lucia, the piano man, is young, wild, and free. Thank you, Lucia. Here we got Landon. Really like the background. Pretty cool use of blending modes here. We've got Blake Kadri. And looks like Jesus. Here we've got another cool one. Looking forward to the blending modes. James Dong has a pretty dude. I really like how you included the Democrat and Republican logos in there with the blending modes. That looks really cool. Frank Sinatra and Gucci Mane. That's an interesting collaboration. Natasha, well done with this cash falling from the sky. That looks good. Well done, Hamlin. Joey, this is hilarious. Uh, I know that Juliet's working hard. She's off to a good start. Amir, nice job, bro. I like this dude up in the skyline. I like that a lot. Here we've got Jorge's working hard. And he's doing a lot of really subtle sort of executions here. Lil Pump featuring Smoke Perp. All right. ASAP Rocky featuring Lil Uzi. Well done. I believe that was Aaron. Nice job, Aaron. Lana Del Rey featuring ASAP Rocky. I think this in itself is spectacular. I'm pretty sure this is Savannah's. Want to make sure you put your name in the file name. Keep working on this, but like someone should pay you money for this little this piece right here. Well done. Or that wasn't Savannah's. I don't even know who this is. Here's Savannah's. Savannah also. Someone should burn money as you are with these sacks of cash in the foreground. This looks great. I love the blending modes. Tate, Sims, Josh Cad featuring Major Lazer. Well done. In summer, that's the hot remix. Hannah, this is a cool blending mode, although this dude's head is sort of floating in the sky. I'm wondering if we can like give that head a home. I really like what Charles is doing. This is icy. This is cool. Well done. And then we've got Eli's. All right, I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes. And then here we've got Aiden, bro. You're gonna put your work in the blank that I share with you. That way we've got uniform size. Julian, this is amazing. We're gonna come back to it in a second. 1020. I also like this a lot. I believe this is Jared's. Well done. Looks great. Looks great. Ian, nice job, bro. We're gonna come back to it in a second. Nice job, Jackson. Eddie's doing some really interesting stuff with this beach here. Also a little eerie. Uh, all right. Featuring the hit single "Shake It Off," Snot Tot. All right. Andrew, liking what you're doing. Red Smoke, tremendous. And we're gonna wrap it up with Luca. Well done. All right. So let's take a look in Photoshop. You're gonna learn two things right now, real quick. The first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna take a look at a layer style that we really haven't applied a whole lot this semester. So I'm on this Heaven and Hell text layer right there, right? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click in Effects, and we've got many to choose from. Primarily, we do inner glow, outer glow, stroke, drop shadow. We're gonna click on the one second from the top, bevel emboss. And when we do, we can see that we've got this inner bevel here. In fact, it makes it like 3D a little bit. And so what we can do is we can shift the angle of it. And so that's at negative 159 degrees. We don't want that. I kind of like it right there. Additionally, we can drop the opacity or we can boost the opacity depending on the highlight mode. There we go. And here we got the shadow mode, and I'm going to increase the opacity a little bit. Um, we've got a couple different techniques to choose from. Right now it's on chisel hard. We can change it to smooth. We can change it to chisel soft. I think that's pretty amazing right there. And you're going to experiment with the other different aspects of it. If you wanted to give it another blending mode, if you want to give it stroke, for example, that's insane. We don't want that. Maybe just like a 1, something super subtle, and we can change it from this blue to maybe a deep purple right there. That kind of aesthetically goes with what we've been doing, and that looks awesome. So that was on white text. We'll take a look at Ian's real quick, just for the quick juxtaposition. Effects. We're gonna go to bevel and emboss, and we're on the wrong layer. We're gonna click on Country Umbrella Copy, Effects, Bevel and Emboss. And there we can see that this is on Chisel Soft. I'm not loving this, so we can do Chisel Hard. And I think that looks much better. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can see how it looks with some distance, and I think that's a much better angle for this specific layer style, and I like it right there. That looks cool. Of course, you can add a few other layer styles to this. Now, at the beginning of this tutorial, I mentioned to you the idea of adding something called lens flares. So if we do a little Google search for lens flare, we can pull up like lots of really cool examples of lens flares. In fact, we can make them in Photoshop, but for today, we're just going to find cool ones here in Photoshop. And I'm sorry, on a quick little Google search. And let's find one that I think looks pretty cool. I like, sure, we'll do this one right here. I'm going to right click and then copy image as. We're going to go to Photoshop and we'll go to Julian's. And we're going to do Command V to paste it in. And I'm going to darken it just a tad. Do a little bit of layers, sorry, levels. And brighten up the lights. All right. So I'm adjusting this lens flare until I got it the exact way I want it. And now what I'm going to do is apply the blending mode. To get rid of the black, we're going to select screen. And wow, all of a sudden that looks really cool. I'm going to increase the size. And I think I'm going to mispronounce his name, but I suspect it's Lil Xan. So here, whatever. Here it is without the lens flare. Here it is with the lens flare. And I know you're thinking, Drost, where's that contrast, bro? And you're right. So what we can do is very simply add stroke. This is purple, maybe like a deep purple, and increase the size just a tad. And let's take a look at this before, no lens flare, and after. That kind of pops. I like the way that looks. Similarly, if we go to uh, Ian's real quick, what we can do is we can add a lens flare right here, and I sort of added it sort of on her ear as if um, her bling is gleaming, right? If she had like an earring on and she doesn't, but we can hide it, we can fake it a little bit. And you can see that the edge of this lens flare goes to about right here, and it's a pretty stark contrast. I'm going to press E, I'm going to right click and drop the hardness to 0%, and then I'm just going to soften this a little bit right there. So it blends a little bit more smoothly, and that looks pretty cool. Alternatively, we could take this lens flare and pop it right there, pop it on his mouth. He's got some shiny gleaming choppers. That looks cool too. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm really excited to see applications of lens flares and bevel and emboss.